2,490, and we couldn't be happier with Canelo's performance. You know, his calculation, his game plan, what he was trying to accomplish. We all knew within Golden Boy that this fight wasn't gonna, end in 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 rounds. We knew that this fight was gonna end in 10, 11 rounds. And that's exactly what happened. Canelo is a fighter who will continue to prove everyone wrong. And I have to admit, at times, he proves me wrong. But that's who Canelo is. Canelo is a fighter who is special. And therefore we must appreciate, we must acknowledge that he is not only one of the best, if not the best Mexican fighter, but he is the best pound for pound fighter in the world today. And we have to give him that, that acknowledgement. We have to understand that Canelo moved 2 weight divisions to fight at light heavyweight. You can't tell me that Crawford or Lomachenko or anybody else in boxing is daring to be great like Canelo. Is anybody moving up in weight class? Is anybody unifying titles? No, Canelo is, because he wants to be great. He wants to leave a legacy. And that's what legends do, is leave a legacy and take risks. You know, if you want to become a great fighter, you have to take risks. And that's exactly what Canelo did tonight. Yes, it was difficult, but he did a hell of a job. So on this note, let me introduce to the podium first a young woman who gave us an amazing fight. You know, I'm very proud of women's boxing. I'm very proud of women's boxing because finally it's happening. Finally, women's boxing is getting the respect it deserves, and it's long overdue. Seniesa, come up to the podium. Congratulations on your win. You did an incredible job, and you made East LA proud.
Thank you guys so much. First of all, I want to thank God for the victory, and thank my team, thank Golden Boy Promotions, Robert Diaz for making the fight happen, Oscar and Eric and everybody involved. And yeah, who's scared now? Marlene, where are you? Oh, that's right, you're not here. So you know, it feels great to just show tonight that I was not afraid. Marlene's used to pushing her opponents back in fights, and we had a great plan. I pushed her back most of the fight. Then she tried to box me when she was hurt, and I still got inside. And I showed that I can fight different ways. And yeah, in the 9th round, I heard her say that she can't see. You're pretty much quitting when you say that you can't see. I would never in a fight say that I can't see. I fought through so many adversities. I got cut by headbutt my last fight. I fought in Tijuana, Mexico, and my dressing room was flooded to the floor, and I still went in there and got the victory. I fought with my fingers fractured in like 3 fights, and you know, nothing can break me mentally because I'm a fighter. That's what I do. I'm an animal in the ring, and I hope you guys, you know, saw that tonight, and you guys see that in my fights moving forward. So I want to be the best at 105 pounds, 108 pounds, and you know, 112 is not my natural weight class, but I have the belt here now, and if the fight is right, then I'll also fight at 112 pounds. So just thank you guys so much for all of the support. Thank you, Golden Boy Promotions, and looking forward to moving forward and getting some more bouts. Let's go. Let's do it. Thank you.
Okay, any questions for Sanisa?
Definitely, I don't fight for bouts. I fight for the victory. It's not about the bouts to me. It's about getting the victory, and that's the most fulfilling thing, for sure.
Sanisa, real quick over here.
Yeah.
Congratulations, first
Thank
and
you.
foremost. Knowing that there was so much bad blood going into this fight, what was the feeling when you saw that the fight was stopped and that you won in the cards?
I was very, very excited, very relieved and happy. Like, I mean, I'm not much of a talker. Everyone who knows me knows that, and Marlene made it seem like I'm the talker, and I was the one who was afraid to fight her. But like I said, I've been boxing for almost 20 years. I had over 100 amateur fights. I fought girls in the beginning of my career who outweighed me the next day by almost 20 pounds. You know, I don't fear anybody. And like I said, Marlene was the last person that I would ever fear.
Any more questions? Right there.
What was it about Marlene's style that made you feel like you had a good chance to beat her?
Because I feel like I can fight so many different ways. I can work the body. I can box. I have good defense. I can fight on the inside very well, and I feel like I'm very versatile. And Marlene fights the same way in every fight, and I studied it very well. So I knew that I knew that I just had to make her feel uncomfortable and push her out of her comfort zone, because when you do that, then it's like mentally she starts breaking down little by little, and that's exactly what happened.
Sanisa, talk about just the pure satisfaction of just kind of just being over and just being behind you, and you just it's gone. That we've done.
Yeah, it's very satisfying, but I just want to go back into the gym and focus on the next fight and continue to win world titles. Thank you.
What do you want next?
I would like to go back down to 108 and fight the WBC world champion, Yesenia Gomez, and I'll fight at 112 pounds if it's the right fight. Yeah.
Do you consider this beef settled with her?
I know for her it'll never be settled, because she'll still have something to complain about. She'll say the headbutt distracted her, the headbutt this, the headbutt that. With or without the headbutt, I was winning clearly on all the scorecards, and I was giving her a beating no matter what. So the headbutt doesn't matter. Like, if you're a fighter, you'll fight through it.
You still hate her?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sanisa. Thank you.
So this next gentleman, you know, he's a breath of fresh air for the sport of boxing. You know, and we need more colorful, flamboyant fighters like this, you know, who are likable, but who are fighters, you know, who give it their all, who go down on the canvas, get back up and win fights. So it is really my pleasure. I mean, not only after hearing his story and where he came from, where he's been, but what he wants to accomplish. This is what the American dream is all about. So I'm really, really proud to introduce Blair the Flair Cobbs. Woo!
I would like to thank God for this victory. For one, my incredible team, my incredible boxing team, all of you, every single coach, Bones, Brandon, incredible. All the incredible athletes that I've sparred along the way. I would like to thank Golden Boy and The Zone and everyone that's under that banner. I'd like to thank Oscar Bernard, everybody. I would like to thank, finally, but definitely not least, is the fans. I thank the fans for coming out and to support boxing and its rise to greatness. I believe that I am the most exciting man in boxing. In this fight, I've showed what it means to be great once more by getting knocked down, by going through adversity and rising to the occasion off the canvas to win, not just in the decisive longevity of a unanimous decision, but an actual knockout. And at the end of the day, somebody got hurt. There was some ribs broken, and there was some chins tested in this fight. And I think my opponent, he's tough as nails. He's never been knocked down before, and he's definitely not been hurt to the face too many times I've ever seen. It's been a wonderful, exciting moment being here with you guys. And I thank you, and I thank everybody on Golden Boy, Eric. I thank everybody for allowing me to be the opener and welcoming you guys to the biggest show on earth, Canelo and Kovalev.
Any questions for Blair?
What went through your mind when you got knocked out?
Why haven't you done your thing?
Is that what? Can I get that question? Is that a question?
Yeah, do it.
It is Blair the Flair, the baddest man on the planet. Woo! All right, Blair Cobbs is back. Any more questions?
I got one right here. When you got knocked down, what was the first thing that went through your mind, or did anything go through your mind?
I was completely cool. Like it was more so an off-balance shot. He caught me in the back of my head, threw me off for just a slight second. I got right back up and controlled everything from that moment on. He throws a looping shots. He's very awkward. It's kind of like playing basketball with a guy that don't know how to play basketball, which was mostly me at the time. So he's very awkward. You have to figure him out first. So it took me a couple rounds to break him down and figure out exactly how to address the situation. Each fight, I'm getting better. Each fight, I'm growing as an individual, as a fighter, and as a showman. So you can expect more from Blair the Flair.
Blair, you ended up coming back from that knockdown to stop your opponent in the 6th round. In between those rounds, in the middle rounds, we saw you work the body. We saw you go up and down, use your head movement. What was going through your mind right after you dropped them with that picture-perfect straight right in the 6th?
That it's showtime, baby. It's showtime. Matter of fact, the show don't start until you find some adversity. I was happy that I got knocked down early because that was that little kick that got me going. It was like, okay, now the show really starts. And I build back up one fight at a time, one round at a time, 1 second at a time, win each round decisively. And then of course, I've started blocking the shots with the hands and mixing different types of defensive measures. And then of course, hey, the Mexican came out of me when it's time to fight. The Mexican come out of me, and we put on a good show. And hey, I'm a bad man when it comes. Hey, y'all want to go blow for blow? We can go blow for blow, and somebody's gonna go down every time.
I'd love to hear that, Blair. My next question, just who do you want next?
I'm not calling anybody out right now. I'm just enjoying this moment. I'm not the head attraction of this venue. I'm just the opener. And with all respect, I cannot take over the show completely and give 100% respect to my man Ryan and Canelo Alvarez. I'm not calling anybody out, but I'm definitely putting everybody in the welterweight division on notice that Blair the Flair has arrived.
Thank you, Blair. Primeramente a todos, gracias por estar aquí, gracias por darle la atención merecida a este gran evento. Y quiero decir que el Canelo nuevamente demostró su habilidad, demostró que él es el mejor peleador libra por libra en el mundo entero. Lo demostró porque subiendo 2 divisiones no es fácil. Si era fácil, cualquiera lo haría. Y nadie lo está haciendo. Ni un Crawford, ni un Lomachenko, ni nadie está subiendo 2 divisiones para pelear con un campeón mundial. Y el Canelo noqueó a Sergey Kovalev en una manera espectacular. Se convirtió en campeón en 4 divisiones. Y eso para cualquier boxeador es algo muy especial, que requiere mucho esfuerzo, mucha disciplina, mucha dedicación. Así que para mí y en los ojos de muchos, el Canelo se está convirtiendo en el mejor campeón mexicano en la historia del boxeo. Y no ha terminado. El Canelo está comenzando. Y eso a mí me orgullece. Eso a mí me hace muy feliz, porque no solamente está ganando campeonatos mundiales, pero está levantando la bandera en alto, la bandera mexicana en alto, a nivel mundial, a nivel internacional. Así que estamos en Golden Boy muy orgullosos de él. Estamos muy contentos con lo que ha logrado, y lo que viene son cosas muy grandes. Next fighter. Okay, Kathy Duva has an announcement to make. Kathy.
Okay, so out of an abundance of caution, Agus and I and Jolene have just forced Sergey to go to the hospital. He seems fine, but the way things have been going lately, we're just not taking any chances. I'm sure you'll understand. He wanted me to tell you all that he's sorry, although I kept telling him he should never say that. He fought a great fighter tonight, a legendary fighter, and you can't make a mistake against a guy like Canelo. I think Sergey was fighting a terrific fight, but Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter of this time, I believe. I think he proved it tonight, and Sergey wanted everybody to know that he plans to be back and win light heavyweight titles again, as I'm sure he will. So thank you all, and continue.
Thank you, Kathy. You know, I've been here before many times as a fighter, where I've had to prove myself over and over and over and over, and it's a never-ending story. It's a never-ending story because you know, I had the gold medal. I was winning world titles. I was, I guess, better looking back then. But it was a never-ending story. Well, when are you going to fight this fighter? Well, you're not good enough for this fighter. You have to prove yourself. You know, but that's the story of a fighter that is becoming great, that is destined to become great. And this next young man is going to be experiencing those same questions, you know, and he's going to continue to prove. And this fight tonight was a testament of his abilities, of his work ethic, of his discipline, of his desire to become great. So I'm privileged and I'm honored to be working with a young man that has the potential to win many world titles and become the face of boxing and so on and so on. So, Ryan, congratulations. Let's give it up.
What's up, everybody? What a great night, right? For my team, we came in there, we trained hard together, you know, me and Canelo, and we did what we do in the gym. I mean, I didn't really expect anything else than that. I know I was getting a lot of slack and people were saying that, you know, maybe I was too cautious, I didn't want to take this fight, and, you know, I was scared of the power or I wasn't ready. I think I proved that, you know, that wasn't the case this fight. I've been working with a lot of things with Eddie, and I showcased that. I know it was only one round, but I definitely, if it would have settled in, I promise you guys would have seen the improvements, but it didn't get the chance to do it. But I just want to thank God, thank you, Jesus, for, you know, getting me through this. Thank you to my team, my dad, thank you Lupe, my advisor, thank you to Golden Boy, Oscar, my guy Bernard, always giving me motivation. Every time I talk to him, it's like, man, I know I'm gonna get something. So, and I just want to thank, you know, Robert Diaz, everybody part of the whole show, you know, The Zone. This is just a dream come true for me. I never really thought, you know, coming from Victorville, you know, I had to train in a garage because we didn't have no money for gym membership. You know, I started making videos on Instagram, you know, we just all flashy and, you know, climbing up the amateur ranks, you know, I was on top of there, but like nobody ever gave me my credit even back then. You know, they looked at me and said, this kid looks a certain way. He'll never become a champion. He'll never be able to do it in the pros. And I always just had that passion inside me and that will to prove everybody wrong. But, you know, thank you, God. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah, I mean, I wanted to showcase what I've been working on in the gym, but he came at me like Marvin Hagler, you know, versus Tommy Hearns. He was right on me. I'm like, man, can I just settle down and throw my jab? But he wasn't letting me. He was coming in with his head, throwing the big overhand, trying to knock me out. So I was like, all right, I was like, Dad, if he comes at me like that, I'll just start throwing my shots. And I brought it out. Ryan.
Hello. Ryan, you mentioned earlier, I think in your post-fight interview about places where you can hurt someone when you punch them. I noticed that you were going around your opponent's guard tonight, hitting him around his ears, and finally on his temple when you KO'd him. Was this something you planned or you've been working on, or it's just what presented itself tonight?
I just watched great fighters, you know, back in the past, you know, where they hit the fighters, and then I learned, you know, watching Sugar Ray Robinson, watching all the great fighters, you know, how they punch with that looping left hook, or they punch with that hard overhand right, you know. You often see them catch them behind the ear or right on the chin, and that's what I started thinking, all right, let me just, because I know I have that punching ability, I just got to place them where you can knock somebody out. And then you don't really got to hit that hard, you just hit them right here, right in the temple, or right in the chin. And they're gonna go down. Ryan.
Back here. First of all, congratulations. First of all, congratulations on the victory. Not sure if you were aware, somebody was here kind of scouting Devin Haney. With you winning the WBC silver title, obviously he was just elevated into champ with Loma at franchise, but I asked him and he said that that's a fight that he wants, and he says, why wait? make it happen. Do you think that that's a fight that should happen within the next year in 2020, or do you think that waiting to maximize the finances is a better idea with that fight?
It's not about the maximizing, the money or the pay. It's just, I'm moving at my pace. Whatever Devin, wants, he's gonna say that. But in reality, it's not gonna happen, by 2020. It's more possible to happen in 2021. It's just, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna, paint a picture for you guys to be like, oh, we're gonna fight next year, and then it doesn't happen. That's why I stopped calling out names, because it's just not realistic.
From your experience, what advice would you give to those kids who want to reach their dreams, but have faced doubt along the way?
My main thing I want to let all those kids know is that you follow your heart, your instincts. Whatever somebody's saying to you, that's when you're doing something well. When people are trying to bring you down, trying to hurt your soul, I'm not gonna lie. All the hate I was getting, it was hurting me, because I love this sport so much that I'm so emotional. I'm emotionally involved into the sport. So when I hear somebody from the media say, oh, I'm not that good, I can't beat Duno, it literally hurts. Literally. I'm thinking about it. But then I think to myself, I got here by just believing in myself. So to the kids, wherever you come from, believe in yourself and train, work your ass off, and it will pay off. Anybody else? Are we good?
What do you feel should be next, heading into 2020? Is the title fight still not quite, in 2020? What do you think it should be?
Well, I had a little plan, just my own thoughts. I wanted to fight Linares next, and then I wanted to fight Luke Campbell. Those are the fights, realistically, that I want. So that was basically that's my plan. I said I wanted to fight Avery Sparrow, then fight Duno here, then fight Linares, and then fight Luke Campbell. I didn't change. I haven't changed anything. This is just what it is. Because you'll never get ahead if you're always looking at the next racer on the side of you. You got to worry about yourself. You're going to just slow down if you keep looking to the left or the right. You got to worry about yourself. Don't hate, and just work hard. That's it. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
You ready now?
You guys are. Bueno, el cuatro veces campeón mundial que hizo historia esta noche, que nuevamente puso en alto a todo México y al mundo entero. Aquí está el campeón, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Muchas gracias a todos. Muy contento con la victoria. Sabíamos que iba a ser un poquito complicado, obviamente los primeros asaltos, fue más de lo que pensamos, pero gracias a Dios todo salió como esperábamos. ¿Dónde está Vivian? Vivian. ¿Escuchaste? No. Ok, sí, otra vez. Estamos muy contentos, muy agradecidos con todos ustedes, con toda la gente que siempre me ha apoyado y pues obviamente estamos contentos por el resultado, ¿no? Somos 4 veces campeones mundiales en diferentes divisiones, que era el objetivo. Sabíamos que iba a ser una pelea dura, una pelea complicada. Se nos fue obviamente más de lo que pensamos, pero gracias a Dios todo salió bien. Tuvimos paciencia, la paciencia que se necesitaba para esta pelea.
We're obviously very happy. Are we on? We're obviously very happy. We're very happy with the results. We are 4 times division title holders now. It was a hard fight. It was more hard than we thought. And we are here. We are here and we have won. And very grateful to all.
Y pues prácticamente listo para sus preguntas.
And ready for your questions. Saul, how hard did he hit?
Sí, no, obviamente se sentía la pegada, ¿no? Un peleador más grande que yo se sentía la pegada, pero lo pude asimilar bien.
Obviously, he is a much larger fighter than I am, so I did feel him hitting me, but I was able to deal with it. Were you frustrated because you could see that you were swinging a lot in the air?
Y al final fue el que me funcionó.
Well, yes, but again, that's what worked.
Perseverancia.
Perseverance.
Canelo right here.
You hunted Saul, obviously. You did take some punches. So did that frustrate you? Did it frustrate you?
No, sabíamos que teníamos que tener paciencia, ¿no? Teníamos que tener paciencia. Obviamente se nos fue un poquito más de lo que creíamos y pues Eddie me mandó en el 11 a cerrar y así fue como lo hicimos.
No, we had to have patience. We knew we had to have patience. It went farther than we thought, but in the 11th round, Eddie sent me to close it out, and that's what we did.
Canelo straight in front of him. Congratulations.
Kaidan.
Very good. Thank you. Tremendous knockout for you. And I wonder, you now simultaneously hold world titles as a light heavyweight. You have the title you have from before at super middleweight. You're still the middleweight in the world. You are the fighting definition of a pound-for-pound fighter. Most people have voted you very high up on the rankings. I wonder if you believe with a victory like this, in the way you scored the victory, you should be number 1 in the world right now, pound for pound.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. Thank
es
you.
Es un honor que me digas eso.
It has been an honor to be this.
I'm asking if you think you should be rated now by the masses as the number 1 fighter in boxing. We know you're the biggest attraction and star and all that, but as far as your talent's not that far behind.
No, como lo he dicho, la verdad que no me preocupa si soy el número 1 en el ranking, libra por libra o no. Me preocupo por seguir haciendo mis peleas, seguir haciendo historia y pues al final que me pongan donde me quieran poner. Al final es gente la que pone, a lo mejor para ellos no lo soy, ¿no? Pero aquí sigo haciendo lo que mejor pueda para el boxeo y para obviamente mi historia.
Like I said, I really don't care. I don't care if they believe that I'm the best, if I'm the best pound per pound. What I care is to come here to make history, to show people who I am and create history, and I'm here to do that.
Canelo, para Telemundo Deportes, felicidades nuevamente por el triunfo. Ya dijiste, entraste al selecto club de los 4 títulos en 4 divisiones diferentes. Y también le agregamos, así como lo logró Julio González en 2004, el segundo mexicano en ganar en este peso semicompleto. Felicidades por eso. Ahora, ¿qué quisieras lograr?
You have 4 titles now, and obviously you've added this 4th one, like Julio González did in 2004. What's next now?
No, pues obviamente seguir haciendo historia. Eso es lo que quiero y pues no sé con qué me va a salir Eddie ahora.
Obviously.
Con qué locura.
Obviously, we want to continue making history, and now I have to figure out what Eddie's going to come up with, see what crazy idea he comes up with.
Pero estamos listos para lo que sea.
But we are ready for anything.
Do you think, having now gone up 174.5 pounds, your official weight for this fight, that even if you wanted to go back down to middleweight, that you could make 160 pounds? I think of Roy Jones when he went from from heavyweight, and that'll drop a lot of muscle to get down to light heavyweight. It really took away from his career. Is it going to be hard for you to go back to 160?
Seguramente sí va a ser difícil no bajar a las 160, pero pues toda mi vida ha sido difícil bajar de peso y lo sigo haciendo, no va a ser difícil, pero pues tenemos que defender el título también ahí.
Yes, it is difficult. It will probably very difficult to lose weight. It's always been very difficult for me to lose weight. However, we must continue creating history, and I could do it.
Canelo, buenas noches. Se esperaba, y los sabios que no se ponen guantes ni para el boxeo decían que ibas a lastimar al cuerpo. Sorprendes a todos porque el knockout fue donde menos se esperaba, al rostro y además un knockout efectivo.
Canelo, everybody was expecting that you go to the body, that you attack the body. However, you surprised everybody by going towards the face.
Sí, también es lo que les dije en entrevistas pasadas. Uno piensa una cosa y al final te sirven otras cosas. Por eso hay que tener varios repertorios, ¿no? Y saber improvisar. Lo conecté arriba y fue donde se acabó la pelea. También creímos que iba a ser al cuerpo, pero no era nada fácil entrar al cuerpo de Kovalev, ¿no? Es un gran peleador.
Yes, as I said in past interviews, that was the intention, to go to the body. However, once you're there, that's when other strategies must be placed. It was hard to get to his body, so it was unpredictable, and it was towards the face that we won.
Saúl, muchas felicidades. Preguntarte, escuchábamos un poco, tratábamos de los consejos que te daba Eddie en la esquina, sobre las estrategias o los escenarios sobre los cuales platicaron. ¿Cuál de ellos fue el que sí estuvo ocurriendo y cuál no? Podémonos cuenta que decía, sí trae condición o trata de meterte para que lo golpees al cuerpo, trata de entrar y como mencionas ahora, en realidad el castigo fuerte llegó arriba. Por favor, cuéntanos rápidamente cuál de esos escenarios que planearon sí estuvo ocurriendo y qué cosa los sorprendió porque no pasó.
Mucho, ¿va? Pues realmente sucedió todo lo que hicimos, todo lo que practicamos lo hicimos, ¿no? Por ahí me salí de la pelea a ver si le cortaba el ritmo o algo y salí, y llegué y me regañó, ¿no? Ve otra vez donde al principio, ¿no? Donde estábamos, era lo que nos estaba funcionando, pero era difícil entrar al cuerpo como creíamos, eso no funcionó tanto, pero pues gracias a Dios tenemos muchas cosas para hacer arriba del cuadrilátero y salieron otras.
Everything was difficult. What we tried was to go to the body, but obviously that was very difficult for me to get to the body. So we practiced for many other strategies to happen, and thank God, because of practicing many other strategies, we were able to do what we did.
Gracias a todos.
Thank you,
Que pasen
everybody,
buenas noches.
very much, and may you have a good night. Thank you.
On behalf of the Golden Knights, they wanted to present Canelo with a very special Dia dos la Muertos, Dia de los Muertos jersey that only the players wore today for the warm-up. Only 30 of these were made, and they made a special one for Canelo. So we want to give that to him right now.